Shit, I'm gonna have to yoink that for one of the... For one of the fucking stream titles. It's actually... Why do I always come up with the good jokes or good, like, I guess word plays when it's like, when I don't need them? I don't know. Of course, the title also indicates that there's been another song that I'd be unable to play. Oh, what's all this then? Oh, there seems to have something snuck in here. Yeah, I'd love to play that song right now, but copyright. Yeah, break copyright law. It's fun, exactly. Yeah, it's maybe fun for you. It's not very much fun for me. And like the VOD just disappeared, and Twitch is like, yeah, sorry, VOD no longer around. Oh, I'm sorry, mister. You want the VOD? You want the video on demand? Hey, you want the? I don't fucking know what I'm doing right now, but yeah, it's bullshit. It's really cool how Twitch is a pop up on the top of the chat window that hides the messages. It has? I'm seeing your messages just fine. Anyhow, in that case, let me just quickly check my sound. Should be fine though. Has done my end. Lamau. Has done my end. Lamau. Alright, I'm fine. Perfect. Let's do it then. Fuck me, it's still warm. Hold on. Just had to properly open my window. It is excruciatingly warm in here. Christ almighty. The car. See, I do have a jumper cable in there. I do have a repair putty in there. And even a spare tire. Not entirely sure why the game assumes I don't have any of those. So I guess now it's really just a matter of, I guess doing the thing. Hey, you're still there.
Ready to make this remnant verification a one-and-done thing? I'm sending you to visit Colossal Cappy. If that old anomaly doesn't induce electromagnetic resonance in your car, then we're free from Tobias's fever dreams and we can get you out of here. With that antenna fixed, you can now detect stabilized road junctions in the outer zone. You've got a stable route heading straight to Cappy's front door, but the energy readings are off the roof. I advise you not to take the zone lightly. You better gear up or you may not survive the trip. Which would make my life easier, so your call.
One thing I'm not too sure about is these are connected. Like, I assume if I go here, I can also go here? I don't know. Game's also showing me some symbols that I do not understand, like the bird. What does the bird mean? Good fucking question, but I do not know. Game, you're slightly confusing me. But I assume directly clicking on this wouldn't work, right? Oh no, it does. Oh, okay, so he just automatically does it. I see. Good to know, okay. Damn forest, damn forest, damn forest, damn forest. More damn forest. Alright. So I am all fueled up, right? Yes. What about this little guy? No. Now, the question is, where do I... I'm not sure if there's any way to refill this dude. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I guess more than anything, it's just time to go. Let's see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Me dying? Yeah. I guess out and take a left again. Okay, so now I can use the handbrake as well. Good to know. Alright then. Well, an atmospheric drive through the rain. Let's go, I guess. Though I'm not sure if it's gonna be raining once I'm in there. Seems like you can go 20 feet without running into a car anyway. True. So yeah, I doubt there'll be any issues. How's the stream visual and audio-wise? We're just giving me shit about the bitrate again. Oh, okay, so I can still choose where to go from here anyway. So, okay, choosing the route doesn't make too much of a difference anyway, so... I think I've already been here, right? Yeah, I've already been here, because it's got, like, stable anchor, tourist, and wrecked car marked there. So I guess this would be a completely new section. Something bird related. There's something completely new related. Guess let's go this route then. I want to know what a new section looks like. I get a feeling that this game might be doing a very large amount of design work to solve problems that don't exist. On the road again. Oh, on the road again. Alright, let's explore. Perpetual stability. Oh, so that's what that means. Okay, so that's a good sign then. Weird that it's not in the legend though. Well, I guess... You know the drill. Or I guess more, you know the saw. No, Tobias, I will not listen to you. I mean... Evidently, it sounds almost tempting to to listen to something out here because it is quite lonely. Oh, it is quite atmospheric as well. God damn. I gotta admit, one thing this game does well so far is just the rain. And hey, for once, it's not filled with like anomaly sounds. Which, as we said last time, I feel like that's also a big thing that's necessary sometimes, is just to have, you know, periods of quiet. Did that just fast travel to you? I feel like, as far as I understand, the game consists of traveling between these, like, smaller map sections. So, like, I think once I am through here, I'll reach one of the anchors and then... No, wait, that would send me back to base, so... I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Because, like, it doesn't seem like I'm allowed to use these. Nah, I'll figure it out as we go along. Jesus, for a second I thought something was coming towards me. And you have your own personal equivalent for radio voice with shitty writing. Yeah. Oh, good God, Tobias, Jesus. Really starting to become very, very thankful for that lady for, you know, shutting him the hell up. What the hell? Oh, it's a truck. Ein LKW. Ach, der Lastkraftwagen. Alright. Pneumatic deposit box. Shimmy tubes, like tubes that crisscross the zone are low tech, but that may well be why they've survived to this day. It seems it's quite like a technology less in the zone is likely scrambled and screwed up. Okay, I was about to say, so can I send stuff home with this? But no, I feel like this is more like just for finding stuff out here. Dumpster pearl. Slice a pearl in half and you'll find thousands of layers of precious materials formed around the core. Break one of these apart and who knows what'll pop out. Alright. Speaking of large amount of design work to solve problems that don't exist, lol. Tell me about it. Dumpster pearl unreliable. No, no, no. Oh my god, Tobias, fuck off. I want to know what the pearl is about. Jesus fucking Christ, game. Take a chill pill with the constant fucking yapping from that dude. Shake it, best. Looks and bank shocks are surprised this big, so this poor bad that thing isn't quite at its best. You weren't hoping to rely on it, were you? What? Where'd you come from? Stable anchor. Uh-huh. Did they drop me one of those already? I guess I could just hit it with a crowbar. Nyeh. Nyeh. Or maybe with a hammer. Not yet, I guess. Oxidized. What does that mean? It's running it right faster than it should. Thanks to oxidization. God damn, okay, they have a lot of fucking status effect free stuff. And again, immediately dropping me an anchor as well. Oh hey, there's a tourist back there. Wonder what percentage of players listen to those messages. Ugh. I mean, okay, on the one hand, I do see the point in having so many messages here because, you know, the player doesn't necessarily have a lot to listen to, I guess, besides the radio. So, you know, having stuff here that they can, like, sort of listen to while they're just doing their business isn't bad. The problem is, it's fucking Tobias of all people. I feel like for something like this, you'd need, like, a... How do you describe that? I feel like for something like this, you need, like, a naturally good narrator, like somebody you want to listen to for that long. Oh god. Oh jeez, this is a fuel truck. Or the fuel tanker. I thought I saw it rolling away. No, not this time. But yeah, I mean, it is a good point to make, because yeah, the fact that creating audio logs that the player actually wants to listen to is quite something if you think about it. Because how do you make them interesting enough that players will actually listen to them and, you know, not just skip past them? And especially, how do you make sure that you know, don't annoy your players with them, like a certain fucking Tobias is doing? I think the one problem is that these audio logs are just popping in out of nowhere. I feel like if you do audio logs, they should be tied to, you know, player exploration. Like, you know, the classic System Shock, Bioshock thing where you find them somewhere. And maybe also, you know, have these logs tied to some of your, you know, some of the things you find out in the field. Okay, so there's an active anchor there. That's, I guess, good to know. fuel tank. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff back here. I guess let's just follow the road for now. I wonder what is on the radio. Excuse me, is that fucking porn music? Okay, it's not quite as bad as I thought, but I do not like the beat. Not at all. Drop out of a few projects because I know several of the exact sort of person that would suggest adding a lot of the things that are in this game, and I don't like any of them. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, I can imagine this is the kind of like on-the-road song. I mean, a bit upbeat, but sure.
Attention, employees and residents of PN26. This is broadcast 7750 from the Zone Regulatory Commission.
Effective 0700 hours, all pneumatic tubes within sectors 2 and 8
Barrel.
must be closed and sealed for a period of 24 hours.
Ooh, spooky. Oh, I like this atmosphere right now. God damn.
For urgent communications, maintenance crews will be accepting materials
For transport at your nearest facility site.
Oh, I like this a lot actually right now.
for the location
It's
closest
fucking
to you.
spooky.
All facilities within sectors 10, 11, and 12 are to be evacuated.
You see, right now this is what I'd be hoping for from a game like this. Especially with the fog and the whole like atmosphere and that. Too bad they got that big ass hut in the way. Yeah, true. Did my fucking hammer just break? You what? Ooh, that looks nice. I mean, it's a cheat code for nice aesthetics, but like a car lighting up the fog around it is always an easy cheat code. Question: can I make a hammer? No. God damn it. Can I make a gas cylinder though? I think I need a transmuter thing I found last time. Look at my cryptid look like this, I think. True. It does have this vibe though. Shame the fog's already gone though, honestly. Actually, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ, the fog's already gone. What the hell? Why, game? You had such a good atmosphere with that. That actually makes me sad. I mean, don't get me wrong, this doesn't look bad, but I actually really like the spooky atmosphere you just had there a second ago. That was actually fucking nice. Another truck. Again, I'm the sort of weirdo that would probably enjoy a game like Novus Natura because I know I enjoyed this sort of game and also Death Stranding, just going around and like, you know, investigating strange things out there. Another truck. What's this? Oh, I always forget it's fucking these things, not like a proper goddamn thing that tells me what's going on. Probably low reason because weather is unstable or something, but kind of sucks because when it's raining, you know it's only going to be raining for like 30 seconds, so it doesn't really have any impact exactly. Which is kind of sad because, I mean, come on. That's like such a fucking mood, isn't it? Like driving through the wowzers, holy shit. So it's stolen. It's not stolen, it's just a borrowed. You're going to give it back, right? What? Oh, a crude headlight. Oh, Christ. Okay, this thing is full of stuff. A tungsten film in the case with a glass shell of inner glass, contemporary incandescent lamps are strange. Oh, it's a bulb. It's just a light bulb. Jeez Louise, alright. Okay, so I guess keep an eye out for those things, because yeah, they are filled with useful shit. Would have loved if the fucking logbook told me that. Game. You know, instead of just dropping immediately lore on me, how about you, you know, tell me the useful shit first? Is that too much to fucking ask? Yeah, I can definitely see why if you have the feeling that certain projects are going in a similar direction with their stuff as here, that would be slightly yikes. Because it's definitely yikes for me right now. Anyway, can I make the hammer? Now I can make a hammer. Now I can make a hammer. There we go. What would a man be without his beloved... Whoa. The hell is that? Oh, fuck me! Jesus. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Weather phenomena and shit. I need to get out of here. Yeah, this I like. Oh, that is a feature I appreciate. Like this weird ass like weather phenomena crawling across the map. It's like you don't need to get out of here because it's gone already. Well, I moved out of it, but yeah. I mean, here it's more treated like in like a moving entity, but the general idea of like just weird fucked up weather phenomena that they're coming around is, I mean, definitely something for Novice Natura. Heck, potentially even for the Cryptid game. Isn't there more stuff in the truck? There was a door back there, and I've got plenty of doors right now. The rest I all deposited into my little car. Sick, we could just fully copy that, honestly. Hell yeah. Now, if it actually done something that... Oh, whoa. That also would have been cool. Because I think all I saw was it slightly pushing my car around. Oh, speaking of... Hello. Yeah, no shit, that's an anomaly. One sentence up here. Anomaly. Function. Appears to accelerate objects that drive in, that go into it. AKA... And you know, then you can have in brackets, AKA you go in with your car and you go faster, and then you have like this bullshit below that. Ah, for fuck's sakes, game. Whatever. Okay, so I go in there and I go faster. Good to know. Also, yeah, the amount of looping sounds is, I mean, to be fair, I have sympathy for that because, you know, as we both know, there's only so many sounds. It's reasonable to not explain stuff to the player. I mean, the problem is kind of like... Like, okay, you give the player this logbook where they can, like, collect and log stuff in it, but then you only just fill it with, like, these weird, cringy-ass fucking, little story fragments and whatnot, instead of just telling the player what they want to know. It's like, I feel like, okay, if you don't want the player to know, then don't make a logbook. Like, that's the whole point of a logbook, is so that you can log stuff and kind of, like, you know, get its functions. Oh, Christ almighty, the amount of yapping. I mean, rich coming from me, but still. Nothing like... gateway, haha. It's weird to taunt the player with a bunch of bullshit while you're not explaining shit. Yeah, that's like the main thing that's kind of messing with me, is, you know, you click on it, you expect like some kind of compendium or something to sort of tell you what's going on. I mean, you do get damage type and whatnot and where it's found, but then just this right here is such... Well, first of all, it's just so badly done because you have to scroll for what is like 3 paragraphs. Again, make the UI smaller. And it's also just... dramatic change. There you go. Boom. To the point. A sudden and dramatic change in atmospheric pressure has produced powerful but extremely localized winds. Be careful, this could be extremely dangerous. There you go. Why can't all of them have that? Why do I have this? 3 sentences. It's 3 sentences, technically. 3 sentence perfect description. But then I have this bullshit, too. I think that's what's pissing me off. Like, some of them have very, like, to the point, clear explanation of what you have to worry about. But then you also have the yapping. Anyway, I want to look at the weird things. Weird things happen. So why is it that all of my photos, all of the photos that I make right now are like offset? Like, see what I mean? Why are they offset like that? They were fine last time, but right now it's just... I don't fucking know. Probably something weird with the game. Sizzling mist. Let me see. Do I actually get some information or I get yapping? Okay. I'm going to assume it's probably dangerous to go in there. Something else, something both more intense yet also much more localized. With time it'll be quite possible to replicate some of this behavior in a lab setting and budget permitting. And I have no fucking clue what it does. Thank you, game. Okay. Would imagine that X506 would produce very sharp wind gusts with all its barren plains of rock. Oh, absolutely. Like, I feel like that's something that we'd probably want to get to work for environmental stuff, is just sort of like the wind and what it affects. I feel like that'd be a fairly large part of just the environment. On the road again. I am not going to drive into that though, game. Fuck you. I like going at my own pace. Slow and steady. Alright. But yeah, it's stuff like that, just like localized little electric storms, or you know, the classic like inverted gravity and whatnot. Like, that is all absolutely fucking fine. Which again, all the more reason that I should fucking play Stalker one of these days on stream. Very large parts of it that the player doesn't visit just being completely flat, featureless rock for miles, absolutely. Probably do crazy stuff to the weather. And he's just stuck. Alright. I guess if in doubt, use hammer. No, so far nothing. Problem is, I don't think there's any other way for me to shmimmy my way in there. Wait, I have a crowbar. Oh, I threw the crowbar. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Game, this is why I need a fucking flashlight. Does my guy not know how to use a crowbar or something? Sir, you have a crowbar, use it! You gotta be fucking kidding me. You own a headlamp. Save the game, walk under it, see if anything happens. The problem is, yeah, I can only save when I'm back at the garage. But yeah, I'm going to assume it would just like whoop, drag me up in there. The problem is, if you make them this obvious, and especially this loud even from a distance, then no player in the right mind is ever going to walk in there. Need guide. Huh. Game, are you laughing at me? Walk under it anyway. What are the chances it's an instant kill? I don't fucking know. With this game, who knows? Fuck. What the fuck? Oh, it's the roller mines from HL2. Yeah, it's literally the roller mines. Okay, fair. I mean, they're good enemy design. I mean, I understand why they would copy them. Like, I get it. Also, there's a headlamp in the trunk of the car. Is there? I mean, there's a headlight for a car. There are these road flares, though. Again, I don't think this game actually ever gives me a flashlight, in all honesty. Anyway, I have a roller mine to kill. Sadly, without a gravity gun. Yeah. There you go. Just put that on your head. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it just fucked with the electronics. Alright then. Jesus. Uh-huh. Oh, it doesn't even... Oh, it doesn't even do the thing with, like, inverted gravity. It just fucking, like, attaches a giant, what do you just call it? Like a plug to me. That's not what I would have guessed from that design. With, like, 5 damage now. Yeah. I mean, with a name like an abductor and, like, the blue light under it, you'd expect it to do, like, the classic UFO thing where it, like, slowly pulls you up into the air. Didn't expect it to fucking... like attach a plug to me. This game is... I swear to God, this game is something else. Least threatening enemy ever. Oh yeah, I feel like the general rule of games like HL2 where, you know, you use flying enemies, you know, like the fucking scanners or manhacks, you know, as like either support or stuff that can like quickly attack you. But this like slow moving, ooh, I'm going to abduct you, doesn't really work. Oh. There we go. Work if it actually did anything when it abducted you. True. Or, you know, if there was ever any chance for it to actually abduct you. Like, the thing is, they're not even aggressive. They just seem to patrol in, like, somewhat basic patterns. And they only ever activate when you, like, walk directly under them. So, like, there's not even a thing of them, like, spotting you and trying to intercept you. Yeah, possible to miss and no punishment. Go. Oh, we're back with the funky winds. Right, I think that's one of the escape zones, isn't it? No. Why does it glow like that? Investigate. mean, I'm not dumb, am I? Like, you give the player something interesting in the distance, and of course he wants to investigate. Like, I'm not the only one who does it like this, right? At least I fucking hope so. I think that's instability stuff. Oh, yeah, true. Now I remember. It's literally just instability stuff. Oh, Sag. Alright. The tower did more damage than it did Lamau. Yeah, than the abductor. Really? Jesus Christ, really glad I eventually installed that fucking bumper. There we go. Oh, it doesn't even do anything to the car. Then why? Whatever. I mean, I guess they are called potholes, so that's sort of to be expected. Man, even still. Alright, let's explore. Ooh. Also, ooh. Especially because the electricity is still on. Hello, anybody home? Never gonna be happy with that whole having to hold down the button stuff. I mean, the game does do it sometimes in a way where I explained last time it makes sense, you know, tap the button to instantly leave the car, hold the button to just open the door, that sort of stuff, but then why do I need to hold it to fucking Oh, now all of... So you're allowed to instantly access it once you access it first. That is just Game Boy. God damn it, game. I guess my best guess would be that the idea is for the, you know, to kind of simulate your character searching through it, which is still weird. I think it's funny how a lot of indie games you can safely assume that there won't be anyone home because they don't have a budget for characters or animations. True. I mean, admittedly, I understand that making characters is a fucking pain in the ass. Like, in that sense, this game is following a lot of the, like, concessions and decisions that we made with Novus Natura. Like, okay, you meet weird anomalies out there, you don't really meet that many people, you're on your own. Admittedly, they don't have quite as many animations as we hopefully will have, but still. I mean, Novus is gonna have people on Earth, true, but even then it's, mainly just gonna be, you know, gas mask person 1, gas mask person 2. We can do animations pretty easily with my funny suit, that's true. And as I've proven, if I don't have to worry about the face, I do feel fairly secure in being able to at least make a humanoid. Speaking of which, gonna have to fucking properly finish Parker. I mean, admittedly, it's literally just a weight painting, so I'm just gonna have to get that over with. Like, literally everything else with him is basically done. Well... not entirely, there's still the textures, which means I still have to solve the whole Adobe Substance situation. Okay, but he's almost basically done. What will do MetaHuman's face with some optimization? Maybe? I don't know. I feel like MetaHumans brings a lot of its own issues with it. Not just the file size, I mean. Also just the weird look of MetaHumans. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just because the places where I've seen them used, the people didn't use them properly, but... Good god, talk about an uncanny valley effect. hopefully have a decent match without all the issues. You'd hope so. I've also lately been reminded of what giant fucking losers Star Wars fans truly are. And I know a friend of mine would now make the distinction that, you know, they're not true fans, they're fanboys, but still. And yes, I do exclude myself from that group for fucking rather obvious reasons. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you have some fucking fat loser out in the street with like a ukulele singing, you know, George Lucas raped my childhood, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm not weird, I just write fanfiction. Honestly, I'm not even doing that anymore. These days I mostly just shifted over to writing Sideralis. Mainly because, you know, I can actually say that's a proper fucking story that I write, not fanfiction. I mean, it also has to do with the fact that, you know, I've kind of come to accept that what I'd want from Star Wars isn't really what its creator, aka George Lucas, wanted or expected from it, and I sort of realized that it'd probably be futile to try and, like, turn it into something that I'd want it to be. I mean, admittedly, that's the entire idea behind fanfiction, but I kind of just realized I'd find that sort of disrespectful towards him if I, like, tried twisting it towards, you know, my more, like, I guess, grounded military sci-fi stuff that I like doing. All the more reason why I'm even more interested in just shifting over to Sideralis and doing my own stuff. Because, again, nobody can tell me that it's not fitting there. Unless, you know, I don't have to worry about respecting or disrespecting the creator. And I also noticed is I'd also partially be doing the same thing that I clown on those fucking losers for. That being, you know, acting all entitled and shit about, oh, well, obviously, you know, Star Wars is supposed to be this way. I know that because I'm such a smart fan. Didn't you know, Mr. George Lucas, Star Wars was never supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this. It's, it just makes me feel dirty. So, you know, I don't necessarily hate the fanfictions I wrote. They were definitely good writing exercise, and I am actually somewhat attached to a few of them, mainly the newer ones. Stuff like Skyward Spiral, where I did actually put in proper effort. But mainly, I guess I'll just look back on them as good writing exercises. I mean, I don't fucking know. If I ever do manage to, like, build up some sort of, like, following or community around my stories, I mean, maybe I'd be like, oh, hey, yeah, look, I wrote these Star Wars stories back in the day. Do you guys want me to, like, publish them? But, I mean, even then, you know, Star Wars fans being what they are. Especially those old fucking fat losers back in the 2000s. And I know, I grew up with Star Wars in the 80s. It's supposed to be like this, not like that. And it's like, I know it's an old hat these days, but good Lord, my God. Like, the way some of them behaved around the prequels is just fucking embarrassing. That's the other part. I've kind of been reminded of why it's almost embarrassing to call yourself a Star Wars fan. I mean, these days it's because, you know, it's corporate slop done by Disney, of all fucking people. Like, you know, these days it's embarrassing because you're basically supporting corporate scum and their bullshit. But back in the day, good God. And I don't know, I feel like I'm just way happier doing my own stuff than having to worry about cramming my vision into, like, somebody else's work. It's like what I said about your situation with BioShock. Like, I do understand where you're coming from, but invariably, ooh, a steel sheet. Invariably, I suspect that it's gonna come to a point where if you want to continue with that sort of stuff, it's just gonna, you know, you're just gonna have to continue with your own thing. Because tragically, BioShock does belong to somebody, and that somebody is neither you or nor me. The same with Star Wars. I don't know, I'm not really worried about that because I'm just using it as a setting. I mean, to be fair, that's entirely fair. I'm just saying if, like, ever the need arose that you wanted to do some more with it, I feel like it would inevitably have to become its own thing, and there goes my fucking scrapper, god damn it. Same with the Half-Life mods I work on. Yeah, the good thing with Half-Life there is at least that is very much modder friendly. And, you know, Valve have made that fairly clear. Yeah, that is the thing, because technically speaking, I do still have one story that plays in Half-Life. Does have the same issues of like everything in HLA sucks. I do still have one story in Half-Life with HECU. And I'm still not sure what I want to do with that, because on the one hand, I'd love to write a story in the Half-Life setting. On the other hand, there's so much fan stuff intermingled with the actual stuff. Like, I understand why so many fans want to try to explain the 7-hour war and, oh, this is what happened to the US, and this is what happened during that, and this is the definitive timeline of the 7-hour war. Like, I understand why fans want to do that stuff. But I also find it super duper obnoxious when it gets like mixed in with actual lore, where I'm like, god damn it, can I please know what is, you know, fan fiction, what is actual reality? And of course the problem there is Valve's very like open approach to, oh, you know, we're never gonna say what actually happened during this time frame is, on the one hand, yes, it is very good for like fan fiction-y stuff because you can just insert your own stuff very easily. On the other hand, it does mean that a lot of it gets muddled with like fans making their own insertions. Which is why I never really like watching those like lore videos that fans make, because it's like I don't really want to muddle my own ideas with those of others. Especially the biggest problem with a lot of like lore and theory YouTubers is they often have the tendency to act like their word is, you know, the word of God in that sense. Also, there's just a very shifting nature of Half-Life lore, which, as we said once, technically speaking, they introduced time travel now in Half-Life Alyx, so anything's possible. So, of course, the other question is that setting really worth it, in quotation marks, to work in, when you do have the possibility that, you know, Valve will swoop in at any point and just add something completely like out of left field into it, which I guess technically speaking with Half-Life Alyx they have done, because as the old adage goes, once you add time travel there's no going back. Ironically, I think rule of thumb is that Laidlaw doesn't give a shit and Will Paul might give a shit, but he didn't write most of it. True. Yeah, that's the other part that kind of makes me sad, is that the main guy who's responsible for a lot of it, Laidlaw, isn't really involved anymore. Yeah, that is actually one thing where I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. Because, like, I'm not opposed to writing HECU, but on the other hand, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm entirely willing to ignore anything Will Paul worked on, though, honestly. I mean, that's the other issue, of course, then, is headcanon and, like, sort of fan-fixing and whatnot. And, I mean, that's not like an issue just Half-Life. Like, any kind of setting has that, but it is fairly prevalent in Half-Life just because Valve has this like very laissez-faire attitude towards lore. I'm comfortable assuming I have the one true view of Half-Life and everyone else is wrong. Jesus, I wish I was that comfortable. Okay, I guess if he just goes back and forth like that, then the car should be safe here. You know what would be funny? Though the problem is, I'm not sure if that song is copyrighted, but having like a TV here, you know, having a random chance for it to play like that, this sort of trumpet song from HL2. I mean, I guess these days anything can be fucking copyrighted, so who the fuck knows? Which is also the main reason why I'd be apprehensive about making that an Easter egg in Novus Natura proper, because, again, does anybody own the copyright to that little, I guess, song, if you want to call it that? Because sadly, copyright doesn't give a damn about Easter eggs and whatnot. All they give a damn about is what the Corpo Scum cares for. And well, what Corpo Scum cares for is its own issue. And yes, I will never ever stop calling them corpo scum, because that's exactly what they are. That's from a sound library, so it's copyrighted. Twitch won't flag it though. I mean, it's less of an issue of it being in Twitch, more of an issue of it being in something else. I feel like the scum part is implied. Yeah, I mean, you know, you call somebody a corpo. I feel like the message of what you feel about them is fairly clear, but I do like adding the scum just because, you know, it adds a little extra oomph. Makes it extra clear what you truly feel about them. You know, as if those fucking suits could feel anything, of course. And what's another way of calling them? Blood-sucking lawyers? Yeah, the independent artist being angry about the suits for not understanding him. Cyberpunk uses corporal rats. Oh yeah, that's also a good one. Though, to be honest, rats I feel like is almost... I don't know, I mean, that's entirely subjective on my part. To me, corporal rat almost feels like it could also be used sort of endearingly. Like, to me, this whole scum part makes it very clear what you feel about them. Though, again, that's just me. That is entirely subjective. But yeah, that's also a good thing to call them. Oh, another one of those. But it seems so childish. The scum or the rats part? Because I will agree on one of those. John, don't take my catchphrase away from me. How else will I be angry at the suits and shake my fist at the sky and be, you know, old man yells at cloud? I mean, I am making it a bit easy on myself right now because, of course, the reality is I will have to work with those people anyway, but doesn't mean I'm happy about it. I mean, for example, would I take an Nvidia deal if I could make it in such a way that they, you know, don't fucking own my soul? Gladly. Doesn't mean I'm any happier about some of their business practices. Good God. Oh, it's a proper steel door. Jesus, okay. I guess I can replace one of my doors. Problem is, I think most of my doors are in fairly good condition. I could replace the one back here. Oh god, yeah, that takes up a lot of room. I'm not entirely sure. Is there like a way to scrap something? Hold on. There you go. Yeah, that works. Let's get that repair putty on it as well. Nice. All right. Would you look at that? I mean, it clashes with the color scheme, but well, I guess I'm gonna have to cry about it. What situation would you find yourself in where you get a deal from Nvidia? I don't fucking know. Like, let's say I make a successful like remake of Half-Life 2 or something like that. Wait, how did the HL2 RTX thing even start? Like, I mean, those people, technically speaking, got a deal with Nvidia. Or I guess got hired by Nvidia? Whatever. That being said, if you were to take a deal from Nvidia, keep in mind most of the tech is shit. All they can do is graphics cards. Yeah. Now, I guess I'm about to find out how this is going to work. Not hired, they just have to use marking the entire HL2 remake for free. Oh, Jesus. Well, admittedly, if there's one fandom that would do that for free, it would be the the Half-Life fandom. I mean, Slash Me looks over at Black Mesa. I mean, to be fair, at least at one point they did get money out of it. Good God, game, give me a fucking flashlight already. But, you know. There you go. I mean, I'm not complaining because they're gonna release the assets from it. That's true. What do you mean inventory full? Shut up. Shush. You know, I know it was part of like HL2's whole thing about, you know, showcasing the physics engine, like making use of the gravity gun, but it is weird sometimes just how many games have like just completely static decoration like this. I mean, admittedly, I'm not saying it's bad. It like kind of depends on the game. Like if you don't have, you know, a very like physics-driven game like HL2, then why would you go through all the work of like making all these individual props and you can just like, you know, make them assets attached to a table or something like that. But it is sometimes kind of strange to think about just how static a lot of stuff can be. So I basically get free assets and get to give feedback on the free assets so I fit my one true vision of Half-Life lore, and I don't even have to do anything for it. Amazing. Truly, we live in a society. J and H. I do not know what the lore implications of this are. It is kind of weird, yeah, because it would be my immediate thought when placing them that some stuff is static, some stuff is physics. I mean, for example, in this game, I don't know. I mean, hard to say. I mean, this game is all about like scavenging and like rummaging through stuff. I feel like that's something that Half-Life Alyx did very well. It's just, you know, making everything interactable. You know, you can open every cupboard, every door, every stuff. Like, it's very clear that they put a lot of thought about, you know, this sort of like scavenging process of how it would look if you like rummage through an entire abandoned apartment. So I guess technically that would also be the case in a game like this, but on the other hand, I can imagine it would be a pain in the ass to have everything be static. No, sorry, everything be physics-driven, especially when you, like, yourself don't do a lot of physics-driven stuff. Again, HL2 with the physics gun, or gravity gun, rather. Om nom nom. Okay, so how many points does food heal? 8. 8. Why not something like 5? Or 10? 8 points is perfectly in the fucking awkward middle. Jesus fucking Christ, game. Okay. I know it's silly to get upset about that, but it's just like, god damn it. It is kind of weird, yeah, because it would... Oh, sorry. It's still the same thing. So, okay, let's test this. So if I want to leave this area, I'm gonna have to do the whole, like, thing, right? Or do I get to drive to the next area through here? No, evidently I do not. I guess I'm gonna have to head for one of these. Alright then. The problem is, I thought that would take me directly back to the garage, so... Well, I guess I'm about to find out how that works. Oh wait, maybe that's why you do the whole route planning thing, because that then activates the gates? Yeah, maybe I done goofed. Well, we're about to find out. Otherwise, what's the worst that could happen? I wasted an hour? Whatever. Oh, eyes on the road. Eyes on the roadside. Fucking hell. Also kind of lame how little you're allowed to drive in this driving game. Yeah, the distances you cross are kind of small right now. My hope is that maybe some of the other biomes have like larger maps. Because like right now it is a bit awkward because I mean it's like if you were playing Death Stranding and every like delivery you make is like only 5 minutes long. It's like that's the entire point behind it. Don't make it too short. The digital equivalent of stop and go traffic most of the time just cause there's shit everywhere. Yeah. It is kind of weird though, isn't it, if you think about it? Like, I suspect most game designers' immediate thought would be, well, you don't want the player to spend too much downtime, but in this sort of game you almost want them to spend some downtime. I feel like often that's the only reason why somebody like Kojima, why only somebody like Kojima had the balls to make a game like Death Stranding. Because, like, try explaining that one to some fucking board of investors and corporate scum. It's like, oh yeah, there's this game where you know, there's this game where, you know, just walk around and fucking make deliveries. There you go. Oh yeah, you're right, I shouldn't park the car too close, because it's probably gonna do the thing again. Thanks for reminding me. Is cool. That is true. It's definitely a very cool effect. Okay, so they do stop being damaging once Gateway too close, gateway too close. Wait, what do you mean too close? Oh, I see. I need to get some distance from them for them to properly activate. Weird though that they would make that like duh. Well, I guess I should head down south and away from this goddamn wind. Jesus. Goodbye, sign. It was nice knowing you. Yeah, that is a bit awkward. You first have to drive away from them, and only then you can activate them. I mean, I know why they're doing it. They're doing it so you can have that, like, whole dramatic, oh my god, the Battle Royale area is closing in, you need to reach the gateway fast. It's like, okay, cool, but it does feel a little bit forced. But then again, doesn't everything? Oh, you know what? I'm sure at one point there's gonna be like nitro or something like that. I mean, they've already given me the ability to drift, so you know that's gonna be a thing. Well then, let's go. Yahoo! Drive. You know, I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, but I could make a way cooler version of this game if it could make open worlds. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but I've actually watched the Mario movie, the Super Mario movie with Chris Pratt of the Rat Clan. I mean, it was okay. Of course, you know, lots of like fan pandering and, you know, musical nostalgia baiting and whatnot. Also, that they did the thing that like children's movies always do, where they like take a song from like the 70s or 80s and like you know, play a remix of it, like some sort of party remix or something like that. Like I thought only the Minion movies still do that these days, but no, apparently. Well, to be fair, Super Mario was from Illumination. They are the Minions guys, so I guess I should have expected this much. Oh yeah, back here. I'm guessing this is why I do the route planning.
Looks like you're getting the hang of things. Well, once you get that unfortunate driving under control.
Yeah, no shit.
Are you making use of my fabrication station to fix up that junker? You should while I'm still in the mood to allow it. And there's the test track behind the garage, if you need to take anything for a spin.
So I'm not entirely sure. Oh. That's how. I see. Okay, okay, I see. Fair enough, fair enough. Not to fuck up the immaculate order I built here. Whatever. Jesus Christ, I am already running out of space, aren't I? Fucking hell, mate. This is some fucking bullshit. I guess do I have other lockers to store stuff in? Well, alright. Yeah. So what's all this then? Oh, I see. Okay, I need to make 3 more gears. Now that I think about it, I could probably make a better versions of most finished games if I had a large budget and a full team. Probably should hire people should hire me to further improve their finished games. John, I think what you're describing is called remaking and remastering, because, you know, it's always slightly easier to make a good game if you've already been given a template for it. Surely all games wouldn't end up being pretty much the same. So, where am I putting this? Alright, meta deconstructor. What does it do? Energy efficient, economical, and probably even ethical. The meta can recycle car components in seconds. To be careful not to get your hand caught in the suspension matrix. Oh, I see. So, for example, something like this crude planel. Oh, fuck's sakes. There we go. Wait, does it not give me anything back? I thought, yeah, it said recycle. So, where are the components? Oh, right there. Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's probably gonna do the prey thing, right? Where it's just like gives me the little things. All right. I guess pile of scrap on it. You look down. It's kind of realized this game hasn't really given much of any reason to do any of this stuff. I mean, so far the one motivator for progression is this, and the other motivator for progression would be the logbook if it was, you know, any good. Like, I feel like the process of just like filling out a thing like this and just like getting more information can also be like seen as a goal by players. But yeah, the way this game is doing it, I'm not too sure. Alright, Alright, I guess might as well do the whole, like, repair. Give me that. There we go. I guess I'm mostly relying on intrinsic motivation of not wanting the car to look like shit. Maybe, I mean, I feel like the car's always gonna look like shit, isn't it? I guess that's also the difference between players, because my intrinsic motivation would be, you know, to kind of, you know, get resources, get the job done, get information, find out what's going on, find lore if it were any good. Whatever. Oh yeah, the driver's checklist. Where's the friendly dumpster? Oh. Yep. Fucking hell. Hold on. I mean, seriously, why though? Hello, Mr. Dumpster. He really just does give me random shit, doesn't he? Gesundheit. Alright. I'm a big fan of the everything the player uses is made of scrap style of games have, TBH. I mean, I am hoping to find a good balance of, like, yeah, stuff is slightly hodgepodge, but also, you know, produced properly with Novus Natura. But I do know what you mean. It can get slightly tiring if, like, every game is just, like, sort of scrapper style. I feel like also then, you know, there's different ways you can do, like, scrapper styles. For example, I feel like the way the pipe guns were done in Fallout 4 were, I mean, sometimes maybe slightly overdone with how many fucking with how often you find those fucking things, but well, what they are, I feel like they're one of the better ones. With Novus, everything the player uses is made quickly, but with a massive budget. Oh, I see now. Okay, so I have to... I see what's going on. So I have to explore certain ones first to find out to what they are connected. Alright. Just not really sleek. Yeah, true. With like, you know, open wiring. Maybe sometimes even some duct tape on there if like a technician was like, ah shit, I'm gonna just kind of have to quickly fix that. I guess the best way to describe the Novus Natura technology style is like bare minimum with like certain like you know, very like you know, don't break what they don't fix what ain't broke aesthetic. Don't fix what ain't broke. All right. Close direct Alex of the same thing. Yeah, no, so it's sort of like yeah, we just give it the bare minimum and you know, keep it very like utilitarian. Ooh, heavy fog. Harmless clouds. Well shit, I wanna go to the fog region. That sounds fucking... Oh, God, it's still so warm in here. Oy, oy, oy. Gotta get more of my fizzy drink. Utilitarian, also massively overbuilt. Okay, so now I actually do have a proper location I should drive to. There you go. That's what I was hoping for. Fucking hell, look at this atmosphere.
Oh, and about those anomalies. I don't recommend you spend much time around them. Unless you've got a death wish, in which case, be my guest. When we're all dead and gone and limb technology but a footnote in the history books, the anomalies will remain. They're the legacy of our work here, and the Olympic Peninsula belongs to them now.
I mean, I don't know enough about the game's lore to say that with certainty, but I guess so far that might be the main thing that differentiates Novus Natura from these type of games is, you know, the anomalies with us are not going to be man-made. Because, I mean, I know the original, like, Stalker movie, the one based on a Roadside Picnic, wasn't man-made, but I think the ones in the games, or rather the zone in the game, is man-made. So I guess technically speaking, that's a spoiler. I get the feeling they're doing the thing where Oppie is going to warm up to you over time, and when they do that, she's going to get more and more annoying. Probably. I mean, is it too much to ask for characters to just stay professional? I mean, I don't want everybody in Novus Natura to be like, you know, a block of ice or something like that, but that would also be one of my goals with the writing in Novus Natura, especially when it comes to like the other gatekeepers, is, you know, keep an air of professionalism there where, yeah, you know, they can be certainly buddy-buddy, but they're also there to do a job and not like, you know, quip around and do shit like that. You know, not do the fucking whole Russell thing from from Half-Life Alyx. That's sometimes a thing I feel like is like... I feel like certain writers are sort of afraid of just general professionalism in their characters. It's like, of course, you know, gallows humor and people, you know, joking in the face of danger will always be a thing. It's just something that humans do, but... people staying professional is also something that we humans like to do. You know, that whole thing of like, when you listen to like recordings of airline pilots or just pilots in general when like something is going wrong, yeah, a lot of them stay very, very calm under pressure. From comic relief characters to comic relief cast. True. Yeah, you make a good point, because the whole point of the comic relief was, I mean, it's right there in its name, relief. You have somebody to sort of relieve the tension that the other characters create. I mean, it's also the thing why I'm just so fucking like tired of the whole Marvel cape shit bullshit, is because, oh, you know, every character now has to be Tony Stark, her, like, you know, let me be really snarky and whatnot. It's like, hey, the whole thing about Tony Stark, why he worked so well, was that he, you know, he was snarky, but was also able to bounce off of other characters with his snark. It's like, if every character is snarky, then no one is. Why does this door in this set keep opening? You stay closed. Alright, back to business. Oh yeah, and now I know what I was looking for. Calm under pressure. It's like, I don't know, is that too much to ask? I feel like sometimes people forget that, yes, humanizing your characters is okay, but you don't need to make them into like these weird, fucked up... I don't have a better word to use than snowflakes. Not snowflakes in the way that fucking right-wing chuds used to use the term. Snowflakes in the term that, you know, every character needs to be super duper unique, which, don't get me wrong, making characters unique isn't bad, but you also don't need to overdo it. Also fucks with the rest of the plot, true. Well, goddamn. Wish I had a gravity gun right now. If characters in the world aren't taking things seriously, then it's really hard to get across the impression of any danger. Yep. Again, the fucking Tony Stark problem. Like, okay, having one, like, snarky guy who, you know, laughs in the face of danger, fair enough. If everybody does it, then it's like, what's the fucking point? Why is nobody taking the bad guy seriously? Fucked over. Fucked over FC6 super hard. Oh god, yeah, fuck Ryan, that's writing. Jesus. Oh yeah, this is the thing. Voss, for example, yes, he was sort of goofy, and yes, he made jokes from time to time, but there, the whole point with him was sort of like, you know, something like Heath Ledger's Joker, where, you know, he can be jokey and jovial in one moment, but then immediately go off the deep end and be a fucking psycho who's, you know, all up in your face and, you know, promising to carve you up. It's like, it wasn't the whole thing with him, oh my god, he's so quirky, look at him make jokes. No, that's not the point. That's what's fucking disturbing about him. Like that he's the kind of guy who can joke in one moment and then threaten to fucking murder your entire family in the next. I feel like that's what the latest Far Cry games and also Borderlands got so fucking wrong about their bad guys. It's not that they're, you know, Ermagerd so quirky, it's that what made somebody like Handsome Jack interesting is how he could go from this like whole jovial, jokey, haha, hoo-hoo to, you know, I'm going to murder you and everyone you love. It's like the contrast. But hey, what am I doing expecting good writing from people? Yeah, he's an insane person, not a funny guy. Also, the entire world supports that. Every single person in FC3, including the player, is an insane person. Yep. It all fits into the theme that everybody on that godforsaken island is in some way or some shape or form going insane. It's the whole imagery with the Rorschach tests and Alice going down the rabbit hole. It's like, yeah, Jason Brody is descending down into hell. He's descending down into a mad world. That's why they're using the fucking quotes from Alice in Wonderland. It's, yeah, only mad people are on this island. Only mad people enter this world. That's the entire fucking thematic reason behind it. But apparently, you know, people at UB Trash are, well, at least those that are around. The people that actually knew what they were doing are obviously all gone. C3 writing is so great. Maybe one of the best examples of narrative and gameplay working together. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like in that sense, it's actually it's incredible how well they did that. And I guess all the more reason why we're never ever going to see something like that again. I mean, I do get what people mean when they say, you know, oh my god, and another like super duper smarty pants guy talking about ludonarrative dissonance. Like, yeah, I'm sure you like smelling your own farts. Like, I get it. Terms like ludonarrative dissonance were absolutely fucking overused. But it doesn't mean that they're not a good point. There still is a giant fucking dissonance between gameplay and story in almost every fucking game. It's like, yes, you can be annoyed at like pretentious asshats constantly going on about that. I get it, but that doesn't make the point any less valid. One of a few examples where they had a voice protagonist with very strong writing character and perfect harmony with the player up until the end. Yep. Like, yeah, Jason Brody would be the sort of character, sort of guy to just go insane and kill a bunch of people and be okay with it. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, looks at somebody like fucking, you know, Nathan Drake from Uncharted. Or, you know, all the quirky, relatable characters from, like, hero shooters and battle royale games. Like, oh my god, look at this dude. He's so quirky and so funny. Oh yeah, and he also, like, killed 10 people 5 minutes ago. And it's like, what the fuck? I mean, for example, with Novice Natura, one of the benefits that we have is that Parker isn't going up against human enemies. And I mean, even then, there's a point to be made that he has to be somewhat fucked in the head for, you know, taking up a role like field researcher and the gatekeepers. considering just how much time he spends alone out there. Same goes for somebody like Sam Porter Bridges. Like, yeah, he doesn't have to actively fucking kill people, but you still get the sense that somebody who spends that much time outside as like a fucking courier in the post-apocalyptic wasteland probably isn't completely right in the head. It works so well because Jason's the player wants to kill people, the player wants to be a hero. Yep. Which of course brings me back to Spec Ops: The Line, with of course the whole player gut punch of, what, you thought you were the hero? Shaker. From as far too soon, Eric was a shame, blah 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 blah, like achievements, his inhuman disgrace. Yeah, let me remember how he died. Oh, he died. Propelled as he was 600 feet into the air. Okay, there you go. Just fucking give me that sentence. Hey, guess what? This shit propelled stuff into the air. Fucking hell. I think the line is more about the other games than the player specifically. I mean, I would argue in Spec Ops: The Line it is about other games. It is, of course, also a critique on, you know, stuff like Call of Duty and whatnot, but I think it's also about the player because, I mean, one of the loading screens literally asks, do you feel like a hero yet? And which is a fairly clear and confrontational question to the player. Is like, yeah, look at all the... Wait, what? You are fucking kidding me. You know what, game? I'm gonna give you that one. That one, TF2 map, yeah, the same thought. I'm gonna give you that one. That's creative. That is actually fucking cool. You know what? I respect that. That's actually a cool fucking idea. Should I explain the mechanic? You just have to suffer through the riding to get there. Yep. And again, Marvel cape shit and Rick and Morty and everything that falls in that sort of category has been so far a blight on humanity. And also the fact that every goddamn moron who just brainlessly parrots it and tries to do the same thing. Huh. Holding it down. Goddamn trap, it's a monster. Huh. Okay. Like a proper trap. I get it. Surely eventually they'll run out of those riders. I don't know. Charging the car battery. I guess for a bit I'll leave the headlights off. On the road again. One of those things. On the road again. Hey-o. On the road again. Alright. Let's see, what's on the radio? Sure. I mean, not necessarily what I would listen to, but considering my options, whatever. Why does that door keep opening? Can't wait until 40's music is public domain. Wait until any fucking piece of music is public domain. swear to God. Fucking music labels. God damn it. I mean, the main culprit is still Disney for fucking bringing us into this dystopian state of things where copyright lasts for like, what, how many fucking years now after a person dies? Oh! Oh! Shit! Ah, fuck me, it's already closing. I see how it is. Oh boy. The Battle Royale thing is closing. Lifespan. Eyes on the road, eyes on the fucking road. Lifespan plus some numbers, yep. It's like, what, the lifespan of the artist in like, what, 120 years or some shit? Yeah, thanks a lot, Disney. Ugh. Fucking hell. And then of course there's the whole like other malpractice of music labels and just the fact that apparently anything can get copyrighted. Believe me, the first time I found out that apparently white noise can be copyrighted, or like crickets chirping, is like, well, cool, thank you. Very, very nice world we live in. I appreciate it a lot. Right, the turn is about to come up. Turn left by the oversized fucking valve. I mean, I do find it kind of funny that they literally just one-for-one took the whole, like, Battle Royale closing map thing and incorporated it into their game. It was a short era, including 1940s, where it was just 90 years with no lifespan. Yep. I mean, the one thing I can agree to is at least the lifespan of the artist, sure. After that, you know, you can argue, like, I don't know, maybe 5 years, 10 years, some shit like that, but at like, the lifespan then, like, almost 150 years or shit like that? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Well, not you people, more like just the fucking corpo scum at Disney and whatnot. But hey, how else are we supposed to use Mickey Mouse for the well, wait, didn't Mickey Mouse like enter public domain? At least the like proper black and white version of him from like Steamboat Willie. And again, it took like fucking ages for that to happen. I'd have to look up the proper numbers again because fucking copyright law is a goddamn nightmare these days. Like, yes, I would very much appreciate my intellectual property being protected, but I don't feel like it's there to protect my property. It's there to protect the property of some goddamn fucking corporation. Which is a bit of a difference. Lifespan does make sense, but also it's literally, it's really convenient that we are gonna start getting whole swaths of music like 6 years from now. That's true. There we go. What was that about music?
I was out in the zone in my usual route when I ran into one of those spiky leeching up.
Sure. Like, who lives past 90 anyway? Ooh, gross riding. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be like some kind of podcast of like people that live here, which, okay, interesting idea, because yeah, absolutely people would do that. But also, you know, that means I'd have to put my trust in this game's writing, which, careful now. Careful now. This thing really isn't built for off-road. Slow and steady. Alright, let's go. Is music copyrighted, by the way, or do you have the thing on? I'm fairly certain I put the thing on where it is. Where the fuck was that? I think it was under audio. Yeah, stream a safe mode. Disable copyrighted music from playing on the car radio. So, you know, I'm just going to trust the game and assume that that function works. It would be nice if that function works. But I guess I'll find out. That explains why it all sounds a bit royalty-free. Yeah, I doubt you're gonna be able to hear Bob Dylan in that case. Alright. Okay, so... abductors, wriggling wrecks, shakers, can openers, tourists... Jesus, okay. Haven't been hearing much Pink Floyd, I don't know what the deal is. I'm not sure if you spotted that in the loading screen, but there was a thing on the loading screen that talked about decorating your car, and it was called prettification. You know, I'm really wondering when. I'm not even sure what to call it. I've seen the thing about like millennial riding. I'm not sure if that's what you can call it, or just, I don't know, this fucking like Marvel, yeah, Rick and Morty bullshit. I don't know what to call it, but it's just
God, Sierra. Never wanted to think about this place ever again. Outdoor town. Colossal Cappy is smack dab in the middle of where Sierra used to be. You can't miss it.
I swear to God, why does that corridor keep opening? It does give the millennial vibe. Yep. You know, the funny thing is, door opens every time you stop the car. That's funny. The funny thing is, with me having been born in 97, technically speaking, I belong to Gen Z. So technically speaking, by the definition given of the like generational line, I'm a Zoomer. Most of the time that annoys me because, you know, Zoomers aren't necessarily known for a lot of good things. But sometimes I wonder if it maybe would be better to just identify myself as that, because, especially as a rider with the whole, like, millennial riding thing, good fucking lord. Good God. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's probably just easier to be my own person, but... fucking hell. Like, what went wrong with the people growing up besides me that they're like, ah, yes, Rick and Morty, I will just do that, exactly.
You're driving straight towards the largest honking anomaly in the zone?
You wanted to know if there's a speck of remnant energy in that car? This is how you do it.
You're using Cappy to amplify the remnant signal. That's insane.
Okay, good, we're done. Probably one of those car quirks that we're talking about. Maybe. Alright, I guess I'm about to find out what exactly is going on.
Driver, are you sure about this?
Well, they'll be fine.
It's not fine. Look at those radiation spikes that Colossal Cappy's still giving off after all these years. To achieve any sort of resonance, the driver's going to have to get right up against Cappy.
I get you, Francis, but Oppie's got a point. Any remnant energy lingering in the car is too weak to detect with conventional methods.
Really? You're gonna take her side?
This isn't about sides. That's a good plan.
I won't risk someone's life just so we can log another remnant sighting.
The driver can make their own decision. I'm not forcing them to do anything. For all I care, they can lay down and wait until the instability takes them. That would get them out of my hair much faster than all of these shenanigans.
This Francis guy is getting on my nerves. Really, for me, it's mainly just Tobias. Like Oppie, I mean, yeah, she's doing the typical, oh, you know, I'm such an old witcher, I'm so mean and whatnot. Like, okay, whatever. And Francis is just like, you know, he's like the heart of the group, and he's all like worried for me, whatever. For me, it's fucking Tobias who's getting on my nerves. Yeah, all of them annoy me. I just think it's funny to call people spineless. Lamau. Actually, you know what? I just realized what tone of voice Francis is reminding me of. He's sort of reminding me of Otacon from the first Metal Gear Solid. I was kind of wondering what vibe his voice was giving me, and now I know it's. I think he's invoking Otacon from MGS1, which is certainly a choice. You know, I really do hope that somewhere down the line there's a thing to upgrade my tools. It's like I sincerely hope I'm not gonna have to always be like, oh, my scrapper's broke. Let me you know, let me make another one. Oh no, my hammer's broke. Let me make another one. It's like, oh, okay. Wait, I still haven't. Okay. So I'm guessing the game wants me to jump that. How about no? I value the integrity of my car. I might not be much of a car guy, but I do know that doing one of these stunt jumps probably isn't too healthy for it. See, that's a proper type of, like, spooky anomaly that I'm talking about. Look at that shit. Hell yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's get to business. I mean, again, I don't know if I have to compulsively dismantle every car I come across, but it's like the one piece of agency the game gives me, so might as well use it. Because, like, investigating new anomalies is kind of with the whole, like, logbook issue. The photos don't even work right now, so that's kind of annoying. It's like, yeah, the one piece of agency that I have as a player is just being like, okay, hey, you know what, let me just break apart every car I come across. But what the fuck else am I supposed to do? Talk about my feelings? I already do enough of that. Oh hey, another friendly dumpster. Damn. Thank you, Mr. Dumpster. Anything else? Jesus. Alright. I guess that's it, right? Okay. I'm gonna assume that's it now. Holy guacamole, Jesus. Alright. Hold on. Let's well keep this consistent. There we go. That's better. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna be angry about that another time. still can't fucking believe this game doesn't give me a flashlight. I constantly find myself pressing F. And nothing happens. Ah! I guess at least I can kick the fucking boxes. Angry. Alright. I guess I should do that more in this game, just kick stuff. Just fucking, you know, release my anger on the world. What? Okay, I think somebody forgot a fog volume in here. Either that or the light is hella weird. Jesus. Oh, what the hell? You know, ready to... Oh, an MRE. Cool. Well, no. So my guess is I'm just driving towards that. Somehow. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Maybe on texture ceiling? I don't know. Looked like a lighting issue. Hello, honey, I'm home. Okay, yeah, this is not going to work. Not if I have to drive over this much of this shit. I'm guessing the easiest way is probably via that ramp. Tourists. Ah, verdammte Touristen. That's facts. Okay, fine. We'll drive through this. Yes, I know I'm taking damage. Oh god, now this is really reminding me of stuff like Stalker Into the Radius. Come on, keep it together, girl. We're almost there. Fucking. God damn it. Come on. Don't give out on me yet. There's gotta be a way up to that fucking bridge. You've got to be kidding me. Why the fuck is everything blocked off? Are you fucking with me? I'm not opposed to taking the long way, but right now it's kind of annoying that there just doesn't seem any way to where I want to go. Maybe around here? There we fucking go. Alright, follow the light. Localized chromatic aberration is nice. Never mind, I don't think it's localized. I value the integrity of my car. Well, but when I can evaluate, I didn't fucking drive into that. Jesus Christ. I didn't drive into that thing there earlier on purpose. That's what you mean. I feel like I'm going the absolutely fucking wrong way. I swear to God, how hard can it be to get to that bridge? Hold on. Okay, there we go. So I can get there from here. Fucking hell. Alright, good news. We're turning this shit around. Yeah, I think it just drive the other direction of the road you were on low. Alrighty, let's go. This was an ordeal and a half. Fucking hell. Door, I swear to God. Feet. I swear to God, I need them for a fucking flashlight. Oh yeah, another crowbar. Oh, I can't stack them. Sag. It's just... It feels so weird stumbling around here in the dark without a flashlight. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm not dense, am I? I don't know, maybe there's like a... Best explanation I have, and maybe there's like a flashlight item you have to hold to use. But then I still haven't found it, so I don't fucking know. Yeah, fuck you and your ideas of locked doors. I ain't into that. Receive it. Oh, okay. It's just... I mean, I guess I have these things. Oh my god, it even has a cone like a flashlight. Game, are you messing with me? I just got an achievement for that. Sleight of hand distracted an anomaly with a light source. I'm sorry, what did I just do? What the fuck was that? Hello? What the fuck just happened? What? Where? Who? What? Crystalline substances. Huh. Okay. Doesn't seem to interest him any. Oh, hey! Another friendly dumpster. Hey there, my dude. Did you just give me a fucking flare gun? That might be the coolest thing I've received yet. Oh my god, he gave me a flare gun. Alright. That's pretty fucking baller. Thank you, friendly dumpster. You're my only friend. Yes, I am way more emotionally involved in this fucking dumpster than I am in either Oppie, Tobias, or any of the other assholes. If anything were to happen to this dumpster, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. You know, old joke. And there goes the hammer. God damn it. Hey, a transmitter. Turns gears into electronics? evidently not. Wait, I don't understand. Does it not work on something? Oh yeah, thank you for the fucking field notes and stuff. Ugh. Is the implication that you need 5 of them to make one? God damn it, I don't know. That's a real trick to get the player to like a character, make them unassuming and useful. Yep. Lab reports too. Couldn't I just read them? Okay. Nice. But yeah, I mean, so far I'm way more invested in the friendly dumpster than any fucking other character because yeah, like you said, he doesn't, you know, make my ears bleed with a ton of yapping, and he even helps me out. What more could a man ever want? Well, I guess a pneumatic hammer is what I could want. Yeet. God damn it. Alright, fine. First things first. Give me that. Second things second, I guess. Could make a couple of gears and I guess test my theory. So there was 5 slices of pie, so I guess let's make 5 gears and see if that's how it works. Like, I'm genuinely curious if it's how I think it works or if I'm just completely wrong. Alright, let's test this. Oh. Might as well bring my car along, actually. From the Lost Art, but it kind of feels like there were a lot of older games with likable characters. Now I don't really see many. Probably survivorship bias, but still. Yeah, I think maybe people have kind of like put the wrong priority on what makes a character likable, if anything.
Car's still not close enough to Cappy.
What now?
How about, launching the car into Cappy's core?
I'm sorry. What?
It's simple. The driver jumps the car into the heart of the anomaly, and if I time it right, I'll open the gateway and extract them.
And if you don't?
I've run some calculations. I think it should be fine. Anyway, it's like they always say, what's an experiment without some risk of total annihilation?
Who says that exactly?
In no way, shape, or form should we be doing this.
Well, but you know, if it's the only way, you got this kid for it.
Okay, I'm definitely sure about my theory that the Francis voice actor is channeling Otacon. Like he's definitely got that like sort of whiny, like, you know, sort of science guy thing going on. Like I think all he needs to do is like say this is just like one of my Japanese animes, and it's basically perfect. What makes a likable character? Fucking hell, hard to say. I mean, to be fair, like the easy trick in games, as we see with the dumpster, is, you know, make them useful to the player somehow, and that is definitely one easy trick to, like, you know, make them like make the player invested in them. I think it's mostly the characters need to come off like a normal person. That certainly helps. I mean, the problem with somebody like Russell can be that it can feel like he tries too hard, right? Okay, I swear to God, what do you want from me? Like, I'm not dumb, am I? It says gear to electronics, so... Why is it working? What am I missing? Thank you for not giving me any fucking actual information. I mean, for example, why would one argue that Russell from Half-Life Alyx doesn't work? Well, there's the one issue that he yaps a lot. There's the other issue that also what I found strange about Russell is how antagonistic he can be at times when he's like, yeah, that's my gun, Alex. You know, he immediately acts like a fucking whiny brat when Alex dares to imply that, you know, the gun that he gave her to fucking defend herself with in any way, shape, or form belongs to her. I think normal people just don't constantly joke about stuff or act like that. Yeah, I mean, there's also the other problem that, yes, Russell lives in a fucking post-apocalyptic nightmare, but still jokes and quips like a fucking Marvel cape shit character. Which, to be fair, is a problem with characters in Half-Life 2 as well. It's not like Half-Life Alyx invented that, but it sometimes does feel like it made it worse. Slightly. Hold on a second. But how is she supposed to activate the gateway thing if I don't have one of those things in my car? Like, wouldn't I first need one of those, what do you call them? Orange glowy thingies in my car first for her to be able to do that? Also notice that a lot of times in games where you have a specific named characters as well, or random generic NPCs are generally more likable. Hard to say. I mean, I'm right now thinking about characters in games that are generally considered to be likable, and perhaps not only just by a weirdo like me. I don't know, what is a likable character? I mean, Alex is an easy example, though to be fair, Alex also kind of plays into the whole, you know, oh, she's a pretty girl, she's interested in your character, you know, they're also doing a few tricks with, you know, the horny loser gamer being like, oh my god, she likes me, oh, I'm so happy. I mean, other than that, she's fairly easygoing, she's charismatic, she's helpful, she has a dog. It's like, I guess it's hard to dislike Alex in HL2. Like Far Cry 5 every gun for hire is annoying, but the random NPCs you can recruit seem cool. I see. Okay, but seriously, do I not need one of these things in my car? Like, I feel like I should collect one of these first. Shouldn't I? I mean, at least if we're going by the established rules. Like, I'm not sure if I'm trusting the game completely here to not, like, fuck me over by, I don't know. Same in Starfield for the most part. Well, you know, I could go out on a little adventure and try to get one of those orange things, but I'm not sure if I really care that much. I guess let's just drive in there, and they're probably just gonna bullshit the reason for why I survive. HL2 citizens just seem like normal people too. True. I mean, occasionally they do manage to quit, but it doesn't feel too out of place. Oh, God. Fucking BT from Titanfall 2, of course. There's a fucking likable character right there.
Anytime now, Oppie!
think BT from Titanfall 2 is actually a good example. Jesus.
Come back on already. Can you hear me? Cappy fried my transmission systems. Thought I lost you for a moment. Well, it all worked out, didn't it? The gateway got you out.
And it looks like the ARC device is still intact with all the data it's recorded from your drive. And my plan worked. Cappy amplified the car signal and it matches. Looks like Tobias and Francis found their remnant after all. Unfortunately, what they've been saying is true. The remnants drive their victims mad. Maybe that car, having sat dormant for this long, will give you a little more time. Sorry, I don't have better news for you. I'm still game to get you out of here. The faster you leave, the longer you'll have to enjoy the rest of your sanity. None of the routes you've mapped so far leads to a way out. Why don't you head back out and chart some more? You can get in touch with Tobias and Francis while you're out there.
All right. There we go. Whew. Okay. But yeah, I mean, BT from Titanfall 2 is just a Tinker Station. Oh. The left door is opened when car, yeah, I guess when it stops, so how can I tell when it stops? I guess when it brakes? Bad guess. Wait, did I check the... Oh, shit, that was the wrong door, sorry. Front right door. There we go. The fuck? Wait, what do you mean? But that's what happens! Look! The front right door opens every time the fucking car is stopped. What do you want from me? What's that supposed to mean, that 0 out of 4? Hold on a second, what the fuck is this? If your car ain't broke, don't fix it, but if it is malfunctioning and in some unusual way, this will help you understand how. Well... Okay, hold on, I'm not being dumb, right? The front right door is opened. Shift to fuel. Car, I guess, switches off, maybe? What is this? What the fuck? It is possible, I think, that if you aren't a good writer, which for most games wouldn't surprise me, and get too focused on designing a character with flaws and emotions and dimensions and arc and whatnot, you end up with something that seems fake and thus unlikable. Probably. What the fuck? I don't get it. I mean, that's what happens when the car switches. I mean, hold on, isn't that like it happens when I switch the car off, right? Or is it when I engage the brake? Hold on. So yeah, I drive in, press the handbrake. Okay, it's when the it's when I shift to parking. Okay, hold on. So front right door is opened. Shifter toggles. Hey, what the fuck? Maybe. Oh wait, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Hold on, shifter. Shifts to park. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think I had it the wrong way around. Opens. Ah, okay. I see. Thank you, John. Yeah, you had it right. I had it the wrong way around. Here's what you'll need to fix this. Mechanics kit. Okay. Now the question is, where do I apply the mechanics kit? Oh, I see. Jesus. Diagnostic required. I'm not sure if there's another issue with the car, at least not one that I'm aware of right now. Okay. Well, shit, now that I understand it, okay, now it makes a whole lot of sense. That's actually a cool feature, just... it took me a bit to actually get that. Whatever. My findings suggest that the only good characters are probably just self-inserts to like base of the rider's dad or something. So Rider's like actually good at riding. I mean, I feel like there's a few ways to make a character likable. One thing certainly helps for them to, you know, be just charismatic in some way, shape, or form. You know, have something that like makes them stick out to the character and makes them, you know, interesting and like generally just, you know, stick out and make the player want to spend time around them. You know, like you're I don't fucking know. I mean, the funny thing is, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not always the case. I mean, think of somebody like fucking Ghost, the original Ghost, I mean, from Modern Warfare 2 back in 09. It's like that dude wasn't a character, that was just a guy with a cool balaclava. Still, people went crazy for him. So I don't know, honestly. I mean, I guess he had a cool balaclava and a cool British accent. Knife the watermelon. Thump. Roach. Knife the watermelon. It's like, I don't fucking know. Sandpark also has a lot of cool characters. They're probably doing something right. I mean, yeah, for example, what's his name? The guy from the fucking prologue, Jackie? I mean, yeah, he's very likable. You know, he's like very forthcoming, friendly, but you know, he also has like interesting quirks and, you know, the way he talks, the way he looks at things. You know, you can clearly see he's like a very like distinguished character. Like I think that's also a big part of it is like, you know, make characters distinguishable from others. Okay, yeah, Jackie has, you know, his accent, he has his, like, whole, Mexican heritage, he has, like, his whole, like, easygoing attitude. Expanded locker, next station, antenna, weather regenerator, tailing station, goddamn. Alright. Serious question though, is there really no fucking flashlight? At least not as far as I'm aware. Eh. Perhaps even two things, perhaps even the chain of things. Pay close attention to your car, you'll have to diagnose what's wrong before you can fix it at the Tinker Station. You must chart the roads for yourself. The route plan displays the junction currently stable enough to for a drive. Be aware some routes will pass through multiple junctions instead taking your way toward opening a gateway. God damn it! Every time I see the mention of a gateway, I mean, yeah, I know, it's not like exclusive to me and Novice Natura, but it's like, damn it. Showcases, I've spent way too much fucking time with Novice Natura so far, which I mean, maybe isn't necessarily a bad thing. Means I've put in the thought, but god damn it. I'm starting to see it everywhere. Busted. I think also kind of cool that the Mexican heritage generally comes off as fake, because of course it would be in Night City. Every gang is LARPing at some culture or another. I mean, with Jackie, it seems fairly like fairly genuine, just because he doesn't take it so goddamn seriously. Like, you know, he likes his mom's chili. You know, he uses like, you know. Hold on, I'm gonna sound like a fucking buffoon if I say this wrong. People in Mexico do speak Mexican, right? The problem is because so much of like South America speaks either Spanish or Portuguese, so I'm never entirely sure. But you know, the fact that he uses it so casually kind of makes it come across as fairly genuine to me. Like with Jackie, it doesn't feel forced. You really just get the idea. Yeah, he's just, you know, he's just a dude. I feel like being able to, I feel like it kind of touches upon what you said earlier. Being able to make a character feel just, you know, come across as natural, like not forced. It's just like, basically, I feel like the biggest challenge for people is to not make an interesting character, but just make like a casual character. Like just a guy, you know? Like he doesn't have to be quirky, he doesn't have to be super duper interesting, he's just, you know, a dude. Because guess what, the most people in life that you're going to meet are just dudes, just normal people. I would have said Spanish. I don't know for the life of me, and I feel like I'm just gonna make myself look like a buffoon because I sadly genuinely don't know. I think a lot of the Cyberpunk characters are a bit larger than life too. True. I mean, you look at somebody like Johnny Silverhand or Rogue, like they are partially larger than life, but I think what also works is, you know, they are larger than life, but they also have a very certain like normality, like mundanity to them. Like I think it's after you get to know them when you see the more like you know, mundane parts of life where you get the understand, yeah, these are also just people. Like, yes, Johnny Silverhand is a, you know, famous fucking terrorist who blew up Arasaka's building, but, you know, he also just started out as a fucking, you know, there were nights where he was just a rock star going from, like, little garage venues to play his music. He's extremely competent, know what to do in any situation and speaking fancy phrases. I've already visited the friendly dumpster. I don't want to overexert the little guy. See, I mean, Mr. Dumpster's already nice enough to give me all of this. I don't want to overexert. You know what this game needs? This game needs an option for me to pet the dumpster. Give me an option to pet the dumpster game. That's what's missing from this entire ordeal. I'm currently braining. What other games had like good writing when it came to their characters? Can't think of any right now. You know what? Might as well, like, no one talks like that, but it's cool, so it seems believable. I mean, there's also the thing that they do have their very, like, specific way of talking in Night City, you know, with, like, all the slang and whatnot. So I think that also helps. Hold on, I think I'm genuinely gonna have to open my Steam library to jog my memory. Save and quit. Thank you very much. Okay, hold on. Elizabeth in Bioshock Infinite is pretty good. Yeah, she is fairly good. The only problem I have with Elizabeth is she's not very necessarily consistent with how she should be. You know, she's very like open and Disney princessy for somebody who was like locked up in their in a tower. But if you look away from that, absolutely, she's a very well written character. Let's see. Oh, there's a classic one. Fucking I'm not sure if you've ever played Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, you know what? Let me put in some music. But Assassin's Creed 2 features Leonardo da Vinci, and I find him very well made because, you know, he's like a friend with the family, but he also like helps out you guys. You know, he's the inventor. He's the cue to your, you know, Renaissance James Bond. He gives you your tools. He gives you your, like, you know, your weapons and whatnot. Like, he's very much likable in that sense that, you know, he's interesting, he's funny, he's, you know, very like friendly to Ezio, but he's also like genuinely helpful. Like, you know, you always get something good when you go to him. What else is there? The Arkham games. I mean, there's Cash, the guy with the hook. I mean, he's okay in the sense that, you know, he's just a fairly like cool guy. Like, you always know he's got your back. Like, oh yeah, the Officer Cash. There you go. He's fairly good in the sense that he's like not necessarily the deepest character. He's like very much a side character and partially flat. But with him, you have like the whole like cool factor. Like, okay, yeah, the guy's got a hook hand, but you know he still sticks through it. He's very reliable. He's very like, you know, no nonsense. So, sort of like just a very reliable kind of dude. Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, the interesting thing about Baldur's Gate is like you have a bunch of characters which at the start almost you get the sense that they can't stand each other, but then grow closer to each other over the journey. I mean, my favorite character or my favorite companion in Baldur's Gate 3 would probably be Corlac, just because she's very like, you know, easygoing, but you also get the sense that, you know, she uses her, you know, jovial attitude to kind of mask the fact that she's very much bothered by her situation. What else is there? I mean, Handsome Jack in Borderlands 2 for me had the same sort of thing like Voss from Far Cry 3, where you have this like character who's obviously insane, which is why he can so easily go from like this jovial, jokey to, oh my god, he's going to kill my entire fucking family. What else was there? I'm currently just literally scrolling around down my Steam library. FC5 film wasn't bad either, TBH. The Seed guy, I don't know. I haven't heard the best things about him, but then again, I haven't seen him myself, so I'm not sure if I can judge that. Oh yeah, fucking Ellie from Dead Space 2. Hold on, I'm not sure how well you remember that, so might have to pull up one of my old live streams. How long ago was it that I live streamed Dead Space 2? Must have been a while ago. Like, I'm not entirely sure when and where you meet Ellie. Probably in one of the latest streams where she makes an appearance. There we go. Okay, action music is apparently still going, so apparently there are still necromorphs to fuck up. Alright. Don't mind me, I guess. It's always fascinating how little my voice changes. Where the fuck are you, Ellie? I think... Oh, there we go. Jesus! Fuck me. Oh my god, wait. That's a different thing. I still have these, by the way, if you're wondering. I still have these fucking things. Alright. Oh, I don't know where like a certain interaction with her was. But yeah, I found her fairly good. Like, she's very much humanized, sort of vulnerable. You know, she still has like some feminine vulnerability to her, but she's not like this, you know, the typical tough woman who's, you know, basically just an asshole. She's like, you know, you get that she's sort of vulnerable, but you also get that she knows what she's doing. It has been a while since I played this game, to be honest.
I'll let you know when it's fixed.
Wasn't there around here somewhere where you had an interaction with her via cutscene? Oh, I don't know anymore. It's been too long. I feel like there must have been a cutscene around here somewhere, right? No?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to start pumping up the force gun a bit too, because I'll really need it towards.
Ah, god damn it. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna find it. My one contribution to the Side Zero channel. Of course. The one and only, yes. Alright. What else is there? Going down the list. I'm currently braining were any of the companions in Fallout. I mean, the ones in New Vegas are definitely interestingly written, you know, characters like Boone, what was that other guy's name? Arcade Gannon. Like, they at least have very, very, like, very specified characteristics. Like, you know, like him or not, at least that you know they are very, like, defined personalities. Yeah, sadly, I don't know enough about Final Fantasy characters to make a judgment there. GTA has a ton of characters, but I can't think of any like specific ones right now. But yeah, I think the one thing that's definitely needed is definitely defined characteristics, just like stuff that's believable that also like lets them stick out. Believable like relationship to the player, preferably one that makes them some shape or form like useful, and just I guess generally just some way for the player to appreciate their presence, either by helping the player, you know, giving them upgrades or items, or being some sort of like emotional support for the player. I think that's the main thing that helps. For example, like the early example of BT in Titanfall 2, it's like, yeah, you know, he's your Titan, he helps you out, you know, he's a fucking force multiplier when you ride around with him, but, you know, he's also very like, you know, he's also kind of like a bit of an emotional support for Cooper. So I think it's these things together where, you know, make them distinct, make them in some way, shape or form useful to the player, or at least make them seem useful, and, you know, just I guess just write them in a way that makes them believable and not forced, you know? It's like, I want to say make them likable, but I guess that's the main problem, like, define likable. I think it's not about making them likable, I think it's about making them interesting for the player. Making them in a way where the player would be saying, yes, I do want to spend time with these people. For example, the fucking crew in Mass Effect, you know, Garrus, Grunt, fucking Morden, Tali. Why can't I think of names right now? Like basically, Kaidan, Rex, all of them. I mean, all of them are very distinct characters, and even if you don't always agree with them, I feel like you want to spend time with them just because they are so defined and so like very much like they have a presence. Like they very much have a presence of character. I think that's what makes a difference. Now, if you trust me that I'm capable of doing something like that, I don't know. I feel like I'd probably have to send you one of my stories, but I sort of have my doubts you'd be interested in reading anything from me, John. Because I think the closest I got to potentially having side characters that would be, that hopefully would be sort of interesting and likable would be maybe in Skyward Spiral, but you know, that falls under the whole Star Wars story umbrella, so that's maybe a bit of an issue. And Citadalis isn't really far enough for me to be able to say that I have any sort of like companion examples there. And sadly, Nova Natura also isn't really a good testbed for that because of how, you know, basically alone Parker is there. I mean, hopefully some of the staff back at home base on the Earth side, hopefully we'll be able to make some of them sort of interesting and likable. The one like NPC I do hope that should probably be able to be made likable is the Quartermaster. You know, the guy that gives you your equipment before you head out. Like, I feel like that's probably one of the ones that's easier to be you know, make the player invested in. I don't know, maybe like some of the other like researchers. think with novice they can mostly just be professional suits. Yeah. I know the assholes, absolutely. I mean, I feel like the quartermaster probably could be a bit humanized with, you know, because the fact is, with him you'd probably have the most interactions if you know, go to him to like resupply your stuff. Where it would probably still be professional, but you know, he'd probably be the one guy who gets away with, you know, being able to like let out a quip or something like that. Probably what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't have him commenting on what sort of equipment you bring, because I feel like that gets annoying really quickly. But I feel like with the quartermaster, what I would try to do is make somebody who, you know, maybe tries to cheer up Parker. You know, the guy who like maybe sometimes, you know, lets out the whole like thing with, you know, don't let them bite me in your ass, but also make clear that he always says it in a way where it's clear that, you know, he wants Parker to come back safely, you know? Where it's like, hey, you know, watch yourself out there, you have people here waiting for you. It's kind of this job to make sure it's kind of is in good spirits. Exactly, it's like, you know, his job to make sure that Parker is in good spirits and, you know, to remind him, hey, you know, there are people counting here on you, so watch yourself out there and, you know, make sure you come back safely. Sort of like that, almost, I would almost describe it in almost like father, maybe less fatherly, but more like cool uncle sort of fashion, like, hey, you know, I got your back, don't worry, you know, I'll always make sure you've got what you need, and, you know, watch yourself out there. You know, kind of make sure that he shows the play, you know, he's counting on him. So otherwise Parker goes in and fucks up X506 with his bad mood. Yeah, exactly. That's like the one character, the one NPCs where I can see a fairly easy characterization is with like the quartermaster, where he's like kind of trying to keep Parker in good spirits and, you know, remind him, hey, you know, we're counting on you, watch yourself out there, like, you know, keep yourself safe. But boom, there you go. I feel like people overcomplicate it, because I feel like we've already got the template for a fairly good, interesting NPC on the sidelines. Like, yeah, the quartermaster, you know, tries to cheer up Parker, tries to keep him in good spirits, and, you know, tries to keep him safe. Boom, there you go. It's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you kind of hit the nail on the head there earlier, that people sort of just overdo it to a degree where it just loops back, and the character that's supposed to be likable just becomes unlikable. Voice break. Just becomes unlikable. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's the simple answers that make it work. Well, whatever. Oh, that was another 2.5 hours, goddamn. Oh, it's already 1 in the morning. Jesus. Yeah, where a character that's supposed to be complex ends up coming off as fake. Exactly. But yeah, I could rant about this shit for hours. Goddamn. But yeah, I feel like, especially for something like Novus Natura, that's probably the way to go. It's like, keep them simple. You know, like, yeah, they're professionals, and like, I feel like if you can describe what an NPC's role is in like 1 or 2 sentences, then that's perfect. Okay, quartermaster supplies Parker with his stuff, tries to keep him in good spirits to, you know, ensure his safety. Boom, there you go. It's like, that's it. I'm reminded of the saying, keep it simple, stupid, right? I don't know. But hey, we'll have plenty of time to think of that. I guess I'm gonna call it here for now. So yeah, till whenever I decide to stream again. Which could be any day now, I guess. Anyhow, see you around.